So, what's up, guys? I've been a little late to the party, had some internet issues, still have fucking internet issues. Well, okay, so I went somewhere else to upload this video if you see it in the end, but whatever. Okay, getting into the video. Talking about Punisher. Punisher is the thing I farmed the most out of the two dungeons, and it's also where I optimize the team the most. So I'm gonna talk about a few teams. My current team, previous teams, and some replacement units, and probably like a future plan as well. So, current team is this. I can also run it with a daughter, but this is faster. In the end, I'll show the runes and stuff like that. So, I'm gonna talk about one thing. If you look closely right here, you see something already which is pretty odd, right? You see Jolton on triple will. I'm gonna explain you in a second why you want triple will and why you do not want triple revenge. I actually used to run triple revenge because I thought like, hey, the boss hits AoE so then he can counter and there's always armor break. Sounds really cool, but it does not work that way. It actually works really bad, and I'm gonna explain it. And it took me like legit, I've farmed this boss like a million times, or a million times, like a few thousand times before I actually started reading what this thing does. So the thing is, first of all, this attack, which is the AoE, cannot be countered, so it's useless to do this skill. This one gives him, that's the one that he just pokes the shit out of with like 7 fucking blades in your ass skill, but he absorbs attack bar, therefore he will gain an additional turn. So this skill will be countered, yes, but it will be countered. He gets an additional turn pretty much because, well, 20 times 7 is more than 100. He will take another turn and the armor break's instantly gone. Okay, dot still be there, but whatever. And then this one, he will get like a strong attack after 5 turns, 10 turns, and 20 turns. So you want to kill it as fast as possible, but it's not necessarily as fast as possible. You want to give him as least turns as possible. So therefore, triple will. What does triple will do? Triple will make it sure that this skill does not absorb attack bar and give him a double turn. So he does not always use this skill the first time he gets the attack off. He actually didn't use it twice already here. So therefore, 3 times even. Therefore, I went double will at first. Now he uses it, and that's why you want the triple will, because you want to block that skill, and then the boss is an easy fight because he barely gets to landing the buffed up attack move where he gets to this point. This is already a little bit wonky of a fight. It takes too long, and that's the thing. Where a fight takes too long, he gets too many turns, his attacks start to add up and start to deal a lot of damage. So to explain the rest of, ooh, this is actually pretty, right? Well, it can be pretty nice, not bad. So to explain the team to earn order, so Jolton moves first, then it's Raoak, then it's the Homunculus. Homunculus lands a lot of dots. I will show his build. He's on the dot build, which is the first skill dots, third skill dots, second skill branding plus slow. Slow also increases the damage on this boss, so it's also like all beneficial. And then twins is just massive damage. Twins need, like, this needs good runes. You can do an easier way, which is a little bit slower and it's just more dots focused. And then it's still Jolton, triple will. Don't go triple revenge. Triple will is the shit. If you think you can kill it fast enough, maybe you can go double will, but I really recommend triple will. And as you can see here, I should make myself a little bit smaller. Oh. But as you can see here, this is seriously easy. And the 39 seconds is actually not this team. Sounds interesting. It's actually not this team, but it's a similar team where I just removed the homunculus for Yaku. Yaku has some faster skill animations, and it's also a bit based on like luck of how much things hit. Oh, and also I made what's it called? I made Talia move before Sabrina. Normally you don't want Talia to move before Sabrina because like the lower HP the enemy is, when Talia moves, Talia does more damage on the third skill. Yes, however, on the second stage with the mini boss, if the mini boss is nearly dead, Talia will instantly third skill and not buff up second skill. Therefore you save a few frames, you save a little bit of time. Also in this stage, it often happened to me, what I noticed is that Sabrina was able to move, but then Talia was not able to move, and then the boss got a turn, and therefore like the armor break on the branding was gone. So I made Talia move before Sabrina, and it speeded up like the fastest run. Average stayed around the same ish, a little bit better. So this team runs from like 40 seconds until 1 minute mostly. Does it fail? It fails like once every, not that often. It failed me like probably once or twice in every, probably like, no, I would say like in like 10 refills, probably 2 fails or something. Like it barely fails. Another thing is why you would think like, hey, your speed team sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work. It's the reason that this boss not always uses its second skill, and therefore like if he uses this skill right away, the fight becomes a lot more difficult if you do not actually have those will runes on. So that's the main reason. And after this run, I'll go into the runes, talk about some replacements. This run takes a little bit long. There's like barely any dots on this boss. See, that's where he gets double turn, and that's what you don't really like, because he actually nearly gets like a triple turn because the thing on the right also boosts him up. So this is my team. I think I can get some upgrades if I go like double Ra-Ok and just go pure heavy on the damage, and maybe even replace Jolton with a Crow, but those are 2 units I do not have yet. Am I gonna keep this? Actually, that's another like small tip. Keep everything, or keep nearly everything, because high blue rolls are better than low quad rolls of legendaries. So actually a blue can roll better than a legendary can with a quad roll. So just a small thing. It's actually, don't try to highly focus on, I need this crit damage slot 3 like extra damage on that, because it's super rare, and you can use like a lot of stuff that you think like at first is like, it's not that great. Like really, like some of the stuff is actually pretty good, even like blues and stuff. So Talia, this Talia is pretty good. I use Talia lead, and therefore I also have like the crit rate, so I have 75 crit rate. And this Talia it's a bit tanky, quite tanky I would actually say, not that fast. We do have some artifacts. Best artifact you can get here is extra damage when attacking together. Don't have those for Talia yet. Sabrina, same thing. This one has one that's, yeah, 8% damage when attacking together. This one's pretty niche actually. Maybe I should throw this one on Talia actually. Yeah, I will. That's what I'm gonna do after this. Because you want Talia to do more damage than Sabrina, of course, that makes more sense. Jolton, triple will, yes. And I can add up some stats actually. So yeah, it has some crit rate, but again, like crit rate lead makes it work a lot. The Ra-Ok, nothing too special. I gave everything artifacts right away, and I plus 15 them because I have way too much mana, so I can actually do that shit. And why the fuck not? Like, just the base stats already help a lot. So I finally had use for this rune. So yeah, accuracy. So I boosted up the accuracy. You need just, like I checked just before this, you actually need just about like probably like 25 or like 30 accuracy for this boss. So it's not too much, to be honest. So okay, talking about replacements. A good replacement choice for this is going Yen and then going the Barbaric King. This is a team you see more often. This team is a lot easier to run, and this team is mainly based on like more dots, because her S2 does more dots. You do need to crit though before she actually dots, so this crit rate that I have on her is terrible. Don't do it like that. I switch some runes around, so that's why it happened. This one also 2 continuous damage for 1 turn, so that's also more continuous damage. And then the turn order would be, I think, still Jolton, Jolton, Barbaric King, Ra-Ok, Homunculus, and then Yen as last, because Yen This skill will reduce attack bar, and therefore the boss will take an instant turn. So you want that to happen when there's as many dots on the boss as possible. Reason for Barbaric King into Rogue is Rogue can go like crazy and like proc with attack buff up and the whole team attack buff up and then team up, and then it just kills the thing pretty much. So that's the team order I would go for. Other replacements you could go is adding in where the little guy at. Did I put him in storage? Did I put him in storage? Yeah, here, Yaku. It's currently also not ruined, but Yaku, there's also something I used before. What you could also do, which I'm currently working on, is doing this with a crow. But then again, your crow also needs the triple will runes or double will runes, but I recommend triple will runes, to be honest. And it's a lot easier to make Jilton survive. Also Jilton passive, this does quite some damage. So at some point when I've seen the boss like die to this passive like quite a few times, to be honest. So a few other units, let's say you can't really make like a super fast team. What you could do is like add in like Vert and add in like Aegir is decent, or just add in like, oh no, Fran, I wouldn't do a Fran because she attack bar reduces and then the enemy gets a turn, but like something like that, just like some kind of healer. Chilling has been used to decent success. Dusky, the fire chilling, has been used to decent success. And what you can also do is kill left tower first, right tower, and then boss. With that you can use like more twins-ish teams with like twinge with Aegir, Vert, and then something. I still recommend like having a dark tank on triple will. So let's say you go like this plus twins and you go like left, right, boss, and that will probably, yeah, I'm pretty sure that will like make it work as well. Also I want to say is if you're like more early game player, and that counts for like both Steel Forest and Punisher, if you have problems with farming these dungeons, do not force yourself to farm B10 or say like, oh, I'm not gonna farm it until I can farm B10. That's absolutely useless to think that way for this kind of dungeons. Reasoning is the artifacts are not like runes. The artifacts are just quality levels. They're not like star levels. So there's no 4-star, 5-star, 6-star, which really depend like the base stats, how much they can roll. These are all the same. So base stats, it's always the same base stats. How much they can roll is always the same. How many times they can roll gets more with legendary, yes. But how much they can roll, like just +1 in bomb damage or +3 in bomb damage, can happen on a legendary, can happen on a blue rune. So technically, if you have a legendary and it rolls 4 times into 1% bomb damage, or you have a blue rune that goes 2 times into 3% bomb damage, the blue or the another rune, the artifact, the blue artifact is going to be better. Therefore, if you just farm, like still you need like the decent units for it, also if you're like more early game. But if you farm like B7, B8, I'm not really sure where the threshold is where you don't get any greens, you just get any blues, because I wouldn't really farm for greens, to be honest. But I think it's B7 or B8. Just farm B8. Like it's not bad to do at all if you're like more beginner. And these dungeons are like a bit of a struggle, and they're probably gonna need some units that you haven't built yet or stuff like that, maybe some more 2As. It's quite free to play, but it just takes a while. Like not everyone has the resources, like okay, I need this unit and I'm gonna have this unit within a day or anything. So if you cannot have that yet, I would highly recommend Steel Farm artifacts. They're actually really good. They gave an insane amount of stat bonus to all of your units, and just do B8s, do B7s, maybe even B5 or B6. Don't spend too much mana on upping them until 15, because you probably have mana issues on that as well. But yeah, take that into account, and hopefully you learned a thing or two. I'm working on a Steel Forest team. I'm using this right now. It works okay, 1 minute to 1:15. I got a plan that I haven't seen other people use yet, and there's 2 ways. Either it goes really bad or really good. But yeah. So keep in mind, The hard trick for this dungeon is triple will runes on a dark tank, and that will, like, trust me, the moment you run that, your runs will go so much smoother. But it's mainly, I think, for going boss straight. If you go left right boss, like for like left and right tower first and then boss, I think it's maybe not that necessary, but still, maybe if you go like third with third, maybe it's not that interesting. No, wait, I think it's still interesting. Go triple will. It's a thing. Triple will. Fuck the triple revenge. Triple will is the shit. So, Seiishizo here. I hope this this video is not coming too late. Like, I was planning to upload this video like 3 days ago already, but then internet happened. So, hope I can do more uploads in the future. It's gonna be a struggle because my internet's probably gonna be shit for another week. So, but then hopefully I get quite some better internet, so more streams. So if you haven't yet, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also check out my Twitch, because hopefully I'll be going there. And by the way, it's fucking hot in here, so my phone is overheating, I'm overheating. You guys keep chill in this summer, and peace out.